Hi, my name's Chris Harvey. I'm with Harvey Insurance Solutions. I'm an independent Medicare broker with over 10 years of experience helping thousands of seniors make informed decisions about their Medicare coverage. Our agency is located here in sunny Delray Beach, Florida. I'm proud to say our agency has dozens of 5-star Google reviews. Now, I believe that Medicare shouldn't be so complicated. And I came to this belief when my dad was diagnosed with cancer, and my family, they nominated me to deal with his insurance so that he could get the treatment he needed. And I discovered a latent aptitude to understand how it all worked. He was still working at the time, so we decided to take him off of his employer plan and enroll him in Medicare. Now, this has a happy ending. Dad's cancer-free, thank God, but I know firsthand how confusing this information can be. And that experience led me to be with you right now. Now, my team and I educate people across the country to make informed decisions about their coverage. And in today's webinar, I'm going to discuss how Medicare works. I'll be breaking down Medicare eligibility, parts A, B, C, and D, and the difference between Medicare supplements and Medicare Advantage. I know that as you get closer to qualifying for Medicare, you're probably overwhelmed with ads, phone calls, advice from family and friends. So my goal for you today is not for you to become an expert, but start the process of making an informed decision about your coverage. So let's get started. What is Medicare? Medicare is a federal health insurance program for people 65 or older, and some people younger than 65 with certain disabilities. The foundation of Medicare consists of Parts A and Part B. This is called Original Medicare. Now, Part A, that covers your hospitalization, and Part B, that's going to cover your doctor visits, your diagnostic testing, and your outpatient procedures. Part A is typically going to have a $0 premium, and that's as long as you've worked at least 40 quarters or 10 years and paid your Medicare taxes. Part B does have a premium though, and that premium for 2026 is $202.90. But that premium may vary. If you're low income, you may pay less or nothing. If you're higher income, you may pay more. Part D, that is your prescription drug coverage. So when does your Medicare coverage start? Typically, your coverage starts on the first day of the month in which you turn 65. So if you were born on October 17th, your coverage would begin on October 1st. Now, how do I enroll? Well, that depends on a few different scenarios, and let's go over those scenarios. Scenario 1, if you are already receiving your Social Security benefits, the process is pretty simple. You'll be automatically enrolled into Original Medicare. You'll receive your Medicare red, white, and blue card about 3 months before your 65th birthday. Your Part B premium will be automatically deducted from your Social Security check. In scenario 2, if you're not going to take your Social Security at 65, then you would have to enroll manually, and there are a few different ways to enroll. You can do it online at ssa.gov, by phone at 1-800-772-1213, or in person at a Social Security office. But keep in mind that if you're delaying receiving your Social Security benefits, you will be billed quarterly for your Part B premium. So that would be $202.90 times 3. Once you start receiving your Social Security, the Part B premium will be automatically deducted from your Social Security monthly. I know that this can be complicated, so if you need assistance with enrolling in Medicare, we can help. You can book an appointment with one of our advisors, and we'll be happy to assist. Scenario 3, you're still working and your employer's insurance covers you, or your spouse's employer plan currently covers you. This is where you may also need some guidance. Suppose your employer plan meets the definition of creditable coverage by the government. You can delay enrolling into Part B. However, you really want to stack your options up side by side. Is this the best option for you? What's the cost of the employer plan? Is the coverage comprehensive? Often when we look at these options, Medicare is the better choice. If you miss your enrollment window, you'll have a lifelong late enrollment penalty. Your window for enrollment into Medicare is 3 months before your 65th birthday month, your birthday month, and 3 months after. You must enroll during this window. Now let's discuss the major exposures of Medicare. You may say to yourself, hey, I've reached the promised land. I have my red, white, and blue card, and that's it. Well, your Part A hospital coverage has a $1,736 deductible per stay. and a very expensive daily copay if you have a longer stay. Your Part B medical coverage has a $283 annual deductible and 20% coinsurance with no limit. So with those exposures, most people choose one of two options. Option one is a Medicare supplement or Medigap plan. Now with this option, you'll pay an additional monthly premium, but it provides predictable costs, a greater choice of doctors and hospitals, and fewer restrictions. You would also need to purchase an additional Part D plan for your prescription drug coverage. This option will generally, depending on which plan, cover the Part A hospital deductible and the Part B coinsurance. Option 2 is Medicare Advantage or Part C. This option takes all the parts of Medicare, Part A, Part B, and Part D, rolls them into one plan. It's also where you'll see either a low or $0 monthly cost. However, there may be out-of-pocket costs for services such as doctor visits, hospitalizations, x-rays, and MRIs. These plans are regional, so the benefits for each Medicare Advantage plan will vary depending on where you live. Regarding access to doctors and hospitals, they generally want you to stay within the plan's network of contracted providers, and you may need a referral or get a prior authorization. Most of these plans do offer extras like dental, vision, gym memberships. In addition to those two options, we almost always recommend umbrella coverage. Even with the Medicare supplement or a Medicare Advantage plan, there are out-of-pocket costs that can hit hard if you get diagnosed with a serious illness. We always suggest adding cancer, heart attack, and stroke coverage and/or a hospital plan to help cover what Medicare doesn't. So which plan is right for me? Excellent question. Well, that depends. What are the things that are most important to you? I'll give you some advice. All that junk mail that you're getting about Medicare, go ahead and throw that in the trash. I implore you to work with a licensed independent broker, someone who works with many different insurance companies and finds the plan that best suits your needs. Obviously, we'd love that to be us. My team and I are licensed in your state. Our service is completely free of charge. We speak to seniors every day and help them make informed decisions. Thank you for your time. Please book an appointment with one of our advisors today.